Gentlemen, may I now request everyone to stay still for the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. We shall now proceed with the traditional lighting of the lamp, a symbol of wisdom, knowledge, and enlightenment. May I request the Honorable Vice President of India and our esteemed dignitaries to kindly proceed for the lamp lighting ceremony. It is a privilege to have the Vice President of India with us today. This is indeed the most memorable day in the history of IIT Hyderabad. It is now time to felicitate our esteemed guests. We begin with the presentation of a shawl and memento to the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar and Dr. Sudesh Dhankar. We extend our warm appreciation to all the dignitaries with the token of presentations. I invite Professor B.S. Murthy, Director, IIT Hyderabad, to give a welcome address now.
Good evening, friends. It's a momentous day for IIT Hyderabad that we have our Honorable Vice President Dhankar sir with all of us. 2018, those who were on the campus have seen the Honorable President visiting IIT Hyderabad, and here today we are really honored that we have our Honorable Vice President with all of us to inspire all of us. Many of you who have heard him, we all know that he speaks very eloquently, and he is an expert on many subjects. And today he has chosen a subject which is close to the heart of IIT Hyderabad, which is on innovation. All of you know IIT Hyderabad, we all say IITH stands for inventing and innovating in technology for humanity.
His speech will motivate all of us to do our best to ensure that India is not only Atmanirbhar but also Viksit Bharat very soon, and at the same time also be one of the leading countries in the world in terms of technology and manufacturing particularly. And we are looking forward to his speech. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now I invite Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy, Chairman, Board of Governors, IIT Hyderabad, to deliver a welcome remark. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Vice President Shri Jagdeep Dhankarji, Dr. Srimati Sudesh Dhankarji, Honorable Governor of Telangana Shri Jishnudev Varmaji, Honorable Member of Parliament Shri Raghunandan Rao Garu, Director of the Institute Professor B.S. Murthy Garu, esteemed faculty, dear friends and distinguished guests. It's truly a moment of great pride and honor for all of us at IIT Hyderabad to welcome our esteemed guests to our campus today. The presence of Shri Dhankarji here is deeply meaningful, not only because of his high office he holds, but also because the values and the vision he consistently champions. Values that resonate deeply with the very ethos of IIT Hyderabad. Over the years, we heard Shri Dhankarji speak passionately about transformative power of technology, education, and innovation. He has often reminded us that there's not just these are sectors of activity, but they're pillars of national progress. Shri Dhankarji has emphasized how institutes like IITs are not merely centers of academic excellence, but are engines of nation building, shaping the destiny of India through knowledge, creativity, and leadership. At IIT Hyderabad, we see this vision as our responsibility. In just over a decade since our inception, we have grown into one of the most leading technology institutions in this country, consistently ranked among the top 10 engineering institutes in India. But for us, rankings are only a reflection of a larger purpose, a purpose built on pushing the boundaries of knowledge, driving meaningful research, and creating an impact on society. We are particularly proud further about several of our faculty members who are now recognized in the top 2% of research worldwide, contributing to cutting edge of work across areas like artificial intelligence, healthcare, sustainable energy, material science, and advanced manufacturing. Research at IIT Hyderabad is not confined to papers and patents. It's about solving real-world problems and strengthening industries and improving the lives of everyone. We also believe that technology and innovation must be inclusive. For a country as vast and diverse as ours, progress must reach every corner, every community. Keeping this in mind, IIT Hyderabad has built a strong, collaborative local engineering ecosystem consisting of the colleges, schools, creating opportunities of knowledge, sharing joint research, and hands-on learning. Through these partnerships, we aim to inspire and empower the students from across Telangana and beyond, ensuring that talent from all backgrounds has a platform to thrive. In fact, our commitment to inclusion goes beyond just academics. We also embark on an exciting journey to preserve and celebrate our rich Indian heritage through Indian Knowledge Systems, IKSL, and the Department of Heritage, Science and Technology, HST. We are bringing together the traditional wisdom, indigenous technologies, and modern sciences, exploring how ancient knowledge can transform contemporary solutions. We see this as a part of a large responsibility to safeguard our civilizational identity even as we build technologies of the future. Sir, as you often say, India time has come. And indeed, at IIT Hyderabad, we feel the sense of purpose every single day. With around 5,000 bright young minds in our campus, supported by about 350 world-class faculty, and the state-of-art facilities, we are not just educating students. We are nurturing leaders, innovators, entrepreneurs who will contribute to India's journey to becoming a Viksit Bharat by 2047. We're equally conscious of the values that We are equally conscious of the values that underpin this journey. As you have so often reminded us, about our constitutional values, our commitment to democracy, and dignity to our institutions are the best things in our mind. We try to instill these principles into our students, ensuring that we build technologies for tomorrow, but also build a strong sense of ethics, responsibility, and service to the nation. Welcome again to you, sir, and we are like you to speak to all our students all about innovation. Thank you again for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring address. And now the moment that we all have been waiting for has arrived. It is an honor for me to invite the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar, to deliver his address. Welcome, sir.
Very good afternoon, all of you. And I had the occasion to say it yesterday. There are no backbenchers in IITs. There are only backbenches. Am I right? Shri Jishnudev Verma, Honorable Governor, Telangana, Honorable Member of Parliament, Shri M. Raghunandan Rao, Chairman, Board of Governors, IIT Hyderabad, Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy, a man highly acclaimed, highly accoladed, and I shared his thoughts with you, mincing no words. When IIT Board of Governors is fully involved, things are in a different groove. Professor B.S. Murthy, Director IIT, Hyderabad, watch out for him. He is not as he appears, a tough guy. He means business. And he means two other things apart from business. Number 2 is business. Number 3 is business. Brevity is the soul of wit. We saw a demonstration of it in his discourse. Every word was amplified. A thought process with which you all are involved. He indicated we don't only create ideas, we ideate, we innovate, we accomplish. When you monetize every second, every moment, you do justice not only to yourself, but to humanity. But you are greatly privileged when you happen to be in Bharat, home to 1/6 of humanity. We are privileged today to have presence of honorable members of Parliament. Shri Vadi Raju Chandra, Shri Sansad Satish Babu. I faced them in Rajya Sabha from my chair. You must have seen Rajya Sabha proceedings. They are good cholesterol. Soothing and make positive contributions. It was a great loss to the chairman of Rajya Sabha, when Sri Vijay Sai Reddy, a very distinguished parliamentarian, ceased to be its member. I wish him great luck. The director focused, and so did the chairman of the Board of Governors. An institution is defined by the infrastructure, but that is easily creatable. That is essential, but not the cutting edge. It is over 300 squad of faculty members with global recognition who are giving everything to make you future leaders. And let me tell you, there can be no greater honor of the moment on a global benchmark to get such quality education as in your institute. Amongst the IITs, in terms of time, you may not be in the big league, but by your achievements, by your accomplishments, you reached that groove. My congratulations to the entire faculty. The director, in a certain way, finding I have a political background of having been in Parliament in 1989 and a minister then, and also taking note without spelling out my role as Governor of the State of West Bengal, reminded me I have to focus on innovation. Innovation, boys and girls, is panacea for what we need and what ails us. It is one-stop solution to bring about progress, sustain development, and solve our problems. When it comes to Bharat, a land of homogeneous demonstrated to the world for more than 5,000 years. And every movement has a DNA which speaks of genius. Let me buttress it by one illustration. We are a nation of 1.4 billion people. And we are well spread out, the landscape. Rural, semi-urban, urban, metro, and top metros. But when it came to technological penetration and digitization, just imagine accessibility of technology and adaptability of those in the villages. Amazing performance, giving us global recognition. If our people-centric policies, if service delivery is so efficient, it is on account of adaptability to technology of our brothers and sisters in the villages. I am son of a farmer. Imagine the kind of pride I have when 3 times a year about 100 million farmers get amount direct in their bank accounts. That the government of the system is not important. It is an achievement, but that farmers are equipped on their own to receive it. Now if you go to the base of it, this would not have been possible unless the Prime Minister of the country entertained a grandiose idea that they must have access to banking system. And in the shortest space, when it comes to time assessment, over 500 million people got banking inclusion. Second, the knowledge of nepotism, and that is highly hurtful to our young people, because the patronage is password for an employment or opportunity. You will have a deep frustration. And there was a time not long ago, but you all must be fixed there, when power corridors were infested with corrupt elements. Decision making was leveraged extra-legally. Patronage was a password for success. There was in the country a privileged pedigree. They entertained the idea we are above law. We are beyond the reach of law. Nothing could be more frustrating to young minds. I faced it during my time. Imagine my pain. Admitted to an IIT, had no money, couldn't go. Imagine my pain. As an advocate, had to work very hard to get a loan of 6,000 rupees for my library. Vividly, I have before me the manager who said, I can give you without bank guarantee because I find you are a good lawyer. And look at the transformative change you are witnessing. Startups, unicorns, emanating from tier 2 cities. You are and you try. Gen Z and Generation Next and those who are before me. You are the most vital stakeholders in democracy, in progress of this nation. Right now, if you have to see where we are heading, then we have to find the ecosystem. A nation's state is fundamental because if the nation is, let's say, at war, things go on tension. So nation's state is important. So is the national mood. Also its growth trajectory, the destination it has for itself, its ecosystem. And when we examine these things, a reality check, our nation is in the top global room. World technological leaders. When it comes to finer aspects of development like quantum computing or green hydrogen mission or commercialization of 6G, areas which will appeal to you, not to ordinary youth. But we are in the big league of nations. Artificial intelligence is bringing about paradigm shift every moment. It is introduction of an era, a new kind of industrial revolution with greater potential, challenges and opportunities. This has a big basket of opportunities for boys and girls. Let me remind you one aspect. I had the occasion to face terrible pangs of pain. In 1990, I was a minister. And our gold had to be shipped out by air to be placed to 2 banks in Switzerland to sustain our fiscal credibility because our foreign exchange could not last even for a few weeks, not to speak of months. It was in doldrums, dangerously moving around $1 billion. This is not a concern to us at all at the moment. We are 700 billion. But concern to you is we are having trade deficit with a neighboring country to the extent of $90 billion. And if I go by the figures recently released, the input is 17% year on year and the output is only 11%. Solution to that has to be found by you. You will have to focus. And only you can do it. I do agree that young minds like you have capacity to bring about big transformative change, but then you need some support. And one support is, I seek to stir your minds of the parliamentarians, minds of industry leaders. Your chairman represents that group. Academia, your director, represents it. Economic nationalism. Much of the trade deficit that is draining out our foreign exchange to the tune of hundreds of billions. If one country is around $90 billion, you can imagine when we cumulatively assess it. Why should this country import what is avoidable? Number 2, if it is avoidable, can't our genius find a solution by way of substitution? And 3, our raw materials leave our shores, pronouncing on our inability to add value to the raw material. In the process, we deprive our people of work on both the counts, avoidable imports and export of raw material. We blunt entrepreneurship. This mindset has to dominate us. The role of the people is crucial, but then the greater role is of those in industry, commerce, business and trade. Can't can't they sit on one table through their associations and take a call? That I would urge should be taken. While I was examining your motto and logo, both are critical. And I am happy by what I have gathered on my own and what has been asserted by the director and chairman. Motto: inventing and innovating in technology for humanity. Logo: expansion and growth of knowledge. And this is drawn from Telugu. Let me reflect on some changes that are worrisomely alarming, concerning. India is a land of rich languages. Sanskrit, Bangla, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, several languages. Even in Parliament, simultaneous translation takes place in 22 languages. Our civilizational ethos tells us inclusivity. Should there be confrontational stance on language in land of Bharat? What a moment of pride for everyone when languages were put in the classical languages status recently. We have to nurture every language. Our languages have global outreach. They are gold mine of literature. And the literary pieces of knowledge and wisdom. Vedas, Purans, our epics, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Gita. And therefore, I call upon youth of the country. Social media has given you the power to take a call. If there is deviation from our commitment to nationalism, if there is assessment of development through partisan prism, we need to be watchdogs. Use the power to blunt the narratives that emanate from forces that are financially fueled only to injure Bharat. Because you are at the moment living in times that indicate hope and possibility. Your basket is limitless. Look at sea surface, deep sea, ground, underground, sky or space. Your opportunities and challenges are there. Be it blue economy or space economy. Let me pose a question to you. If the International Monetary Fund has asserted that India, Bharat at the moment is a hot spot, a global center, most attractive one for investment and opportunity. Is it for government jobs? Certainly not. Therefore, that opportunity is for you also. Investment, these days I can tell you with my exposure in governance, is not a problem at all. You would have seen in startups investment, apart from the governmental affirmative policies, innovative framework, top business leaders investing in startups. The hierarchical succession mechanism in industry and business has collapsed. Tech tycoons are emerging. There was a time when we could not see a single Indian soul working in global top corporates at any level. And now, boys and girls, there is not a single global corporate of consequence where an Indian genius is not contributing at the top level. When that is the scenario, you have to make a difference. You have to catalyze the change which you think is best for the nation. And I would say, don't just catalyze, be the epicenter of change. A nerve center of change. Never ever keep a brilliant idea in your mind. Your mind is not a parking space, not a parking place. You do greatest injustice to you and to humanity that an idea has occurred to you and you fear experimentation. You fear failure. Boys and girls, fear of failure is a myth. Chandrayaan 2, I was Governor of State of West Bengal. It was September, I think 2019. I think 2019. And I was in the company of about 500 school-going children, young boys and girls. Chandrayaan 2 landed close but could not touch the lunar surface. For some who are recipe for chaos, some who defined nothing but negativity, for some who see nothing but only tent in your white cloth, they said failure, so much money. But if you examine success of Chandrayaan 3, was rooted in the foundation laid by Chandrayaan 2. You all will realize first attempt success has eluded most great innovations. Let me, boys and girls, focus on reality of research and innovation. First, our corporates. I am not critical of them, I am critique. They must invest in research. They must invest in research for development and innovation. They must compete with global giants. Because this investment is not for the beneficiary student, boy or girl of your institute or other institutes. It is for benefit of our present, our future. And trust me, we have had a big change in our strategic system globally. Conventional war system has collapsed. It is diplomacy that defines. Innovation and research give us great cutting edge in soft diplomacy. We become a great power. Therefore, I appeal from this podium, corporates, examine what your peers are doing in the West. Please come closer to them. Second, look at global universities, their endowment funds in billions of US dollars. I had the occasion to glance. Oh my God, crossing in 50 billion US dollars. If you see the top list, why don't we have it? I hope governor of the board, we started in 2008. We have alumni. Let our alumni plow in the corpus. Amount doesn't matter. It is the spirit of contribution that will generate a connect with the institute, a pride for them also. I have mooted an idea. I hope someone takes it. We have institutes of excellence, IITs, IIMs, and other institutes. Their alumni associations must form into a confederation of associations of alumni. It will be a top world benchmark think tank for policy making. It can spur research and innovation. All I am indicating is that these thoughts which I have shared are only indicative, because you are discerning minds. You can on your own work about it. If a man like me, who had such a successful career, I can say so, now I am not a senior advocate anymore, to be designated senior in less than 10.5 years of my practice. No one has done it. I still feel the void of not getting admission to IIT. And you are there. I still have the void. The position of the governor or vice president does not compensate it. And therefore, I am your eklave. I am trying to persuade you. I would conclude. I invite in batches students of the IIT and the faculty to be my guests for a visit to Indian Parliament. And I would have the occasion and I would gather some people who need to be educated. No pun intended. We'll have lunch and brainstorming sessions. I will depute an officer from my secretariat to be in touch with the registrar. And this will be done before I take off in my helicopter. I hope you will respond positively. I go with a deep sense of satisfaction, optimism and confidence. Though I have not been able to share my thoughts in completeness, but I know I may have sent or short-changed you, but you have received what I mean to convey. Thank you so much for your time.
Insightful and motivating words. All to rise once again for the national anthem. For the national